The actual center of Hong Kong is Hong Kong Island. This coastal strip has perhaps the highest population density in the world. Walter Kei is at home here when he's not on some culinary expedition. Everywhere in Hong Kong there are neighborhood markets selling every conceivable ingredient from early morning until the evening. But not everything that is on sale here looks quite so desirable to Western eyes.
This one is only for winter time because the fats, actually you just steam it, put on top of the rice and you steam it. You cook it together. The rice have all the flavor. It's like a poor people meat in the winter times. It's called gaman yun. Because winter time the duck is normally eat more and they have more preserved fat. So we actually cut it and put it in the salt and dry it like this. And preserve the duck, you can eat it for whole years.
Walter Kei also shops regularly at the market in Chai Wan. Today he has opted for a fish dish. Freshness is everything, so the fish are filleted alive. Some things take some getting used to for the Western eye. Chinese cuisine is extremely diverse. Unlike Japan's, it is not static, but constantly changing.
I would say I learn it every day because I'm so interested in food culture. Then I love to try all the different kinds of food, and then I learn things every day from new generation, from the old, from all kinds of people. I think for food it's like a lifetime learning experience because every day is changing. It's like an evolution thing. It's not like, okay, I cook this, and then that will last for 100 years. Even for 20 years, that dish will be changed to another form, another form, another form.
In his large show kitchen, Walter Kei cooks for guests, records TV programs and commercials, or gives cooking lessons like this one. It's a simple country dish which can be made quickly and easily, provided you know how and are well prepared.
冇啊，其實佢啲自然嘅鹹味咧，就喺呢度咁蒸落去，一陣就擺喺上面蒸。
The pumpkin pieces are put in the steamer oven. Besides cooking in a wok, steaming is another vital technique in Chinese cooking. Steaming is easy on ingredients and flavor, so this Chinese food cooking technique has also had outstanding success in the West in recent years.
Wine has made its way into Chinese cuisine as well, of course. Light white wines are particularly suitable, like German Riesling, which is probably more popular in Hong Kong than in its home country. The entire fresh fish was steamed together with a several-week-old dried fish of the same species. The dried fish has a more intense flavor and a different texture, a very important criteria for the Chinese.
The space in Hong Kong is quite limited because of the high rent or expensive land. So people found that probably easier to go out to dining, and actually they pay less probably. So that's why Hong Kong become one of the most exciting dining out place in the world.
There are about 30,000 restaurants in Hong Kong, not counting the endless food stalls. At lunchtime, several million people eat their meals quickly on the street, mostly at absolutely unbeatable prices. This is due to tough competition, high efficiency and demand, and not least because the vendors are not burdened with the numerous regulations familiar in the West. Here you can eat well for a little over €1.
The young generation in the street, you ask them how many times they're eating out every week. They probably will tell you at least 10 times, including lunch. Or if including breakfast, that means around 15 or 20 times. So that means they go out every day.
Many top restaurants can be found in hotels. Modern Cantonese dishes are prepared in the Langham Hotel's Ming Court.
傳統就唔會，我應該好猛油咁炸到佢香脆啊，就比較特別啲咯。因為魚通常都係要滑㗎嘛。
The restaurant has been awarded a Michelin star for its unpretentious cuisine. Few cities can boast as many top restaurants as Hong Kong. This is also reflected in the Michelin Gourmet Guide. The Hong Kong version is almost as thick as the one for the whole of France. In the Ming Court, they take great care with the presentation of the food, which is not necessarily typical of Chinese cuisine.
When you see the presentation, because the way they put it, and even the use of the mashed potato, but it's not mainly for eating, it's just for presentation, a modern way of Chinese cuisine.
有啲
奶
鮮奶啦，
鮮奶啊。This is egg white with some fresh milk. A typical southern way of cooking, and especially in the Sundat area.
Cooking in the hot wok takes only seconds. The egg white omelette is served with basil leaves, which have been fried at a high temperature until they are crisp. Equally crispy fried shrimp heads are added, and the dish is ready. Its texture is a mix of soft and crunchy. The diners at the Ming Court enjoy their meals high above the busy streets of Hong Kong. With its more than 6,000 years of history, China has a much longer culinary tradition than Europe. Those who want to keep track of Hong Kong's immense variety of restaurants need guidance. Walter Kei's articles and broadcasts decide whether a restaurant is successful or not. The fresh, unpretentious cuisine of the Ming Court appeals to him. In China, guests do not usually remain seated long, even in good restaurants, and soon the day's business continues.
可以係我哋兩個都已經蝦子有鼻乖嚟。